Level 1, the bedroom seller. You're 21 years old and your bedroom smells like cardboard and bubble wrap because the closet is inventory and the desk is a photo studio built from a white bedsheet and 2 clamp lights from a hardware store. The first product is a minimalist desk organizer you prototyped with a 3D printer you borrowed from a friend in exchange for fixing his resume. You list it on a storefront you built during a 14-day trial for $29. You spend $180 ordering 50 units from a manufacturer you found through a sourcing forum. They arrive with scratches on 12 of them. You photograph around the scratches. You sell the perfect ones first. The first order notification arrives at 11:47 p.m. $34. One stranger paid you for something you packed yourself. Your bank account moves by an amount that would not buy a respectable dinner. Something inside you shifts anyway. You don't know how to read our dashboards yet. That's important to say clearly. You have free tutorials, a label printer you bought used for $60, and a spreadsheet where you track shipping costs in a column you keep forgetting to update. That's enough to get started. You ship 7 orders with handwritten thank you cards because you read that personalization increases repeat buyers. 1 package arrives damaged. The customer is kind about it. You refund and replace from units you needed for cash flow. You learn that delight is cheap until inventory is thin. Every mistake costs money you feel in your stomach. Every mistake teaches something no guru thumbnail covers. This is how it starts for every e-commerce seller who ever amounted to anything. Not in a venture studio, not with a warehouse tour, on social media. In a bedroom that doubles as a fulfillment center with a tape gun and a stubbornness that refuses to accept not knowing. Level 2, the side store. 23, gross revenue, $2,400 a month. The bedroom is no longer enough. You rent a storage unit for $140 a month where humidity warps 2 boxes of inserts before you notice. You run your first paid ads with $300 you earned from a campus tutoring gig. Half the budget goes to clicks from people who wanted something free. You narrow the audience. Conversion improves, not glamorous. Month 14, gross hits $2,400. Net profit after ads and COGS $680. Your laptop overheats during live chat sessions. A replacement costs $1,100. You roll $600 profit into inventory instead. Restraint is harder than a product launch. A friend named Priya joins a consulting firm at $67,000 a year. She posts a photo of her employee badge on LinkedIn like a finish line. You are taping boxes at 10 p.m. with a podcast about supply chains playing in one earbud. From the outside, she's arrived. From your garage unit, you're building something that still feels like a hobby. People tolerate. Level 3, the operator. 26, gross, $18,000 a month. You quit your part-time job when returns processing alone exceeded 12 hours a week, and your manager scheduled a talk about your future that sounded like a hallway with no doors. You hire a virtual assistant in the Philippines for $750 a month to handle tickets and supplier emails. The first time you send that payment, your thumb hovers over confirm for 11 seconds. You refresh your bank app 4 times. You're paying someone before you consistently pay yourself. Then operations turns out to be half the business. A SKU with your best ad metrics has a return rate of 19% because the photos made the size look larger. You rewrite the listing, adjust expectations, add a comparison chart. Returns drop. You realize marketing and truth are the same department if you plan to survive. You test a third-party logistics partner with 400 units. They mislabel a batch. You spend a weekend reconciling SKUs like a detective who hates mysteries. You don't go back to manual packing for everything. You go back to trusting systems you verify. Level 4, the brand builder. 29. Gross $64,000 a month across 2 hero products and a long tail of accessories that look smart in a brainstorming session and stupid in a margin report. 40% of your catalog produces 6% margin. You kill it over a month. Email subscribers complain, affiliates send angry messages, revenue dips, profitability jumps. This is the lonely middle, not a montage. Years of invisible correct decisions while the world rewards people with cleaner LinkedIn headlines. You attend Priya's wedding toast in a hotel ballroom. You brought sparkling water. During the best man speech, your phone buzzes. Policy violation warning on your ad account. 3 campaigns paused. You walk to the parking lot, dispute the flag from the driver's seat, and miss the toast entirely. You reinvest $74,000 into photography, retention flows, and a second supplier audit. Only the label printer beeps when you run a test batch at 2 a.m. A dashboard cell turns green and only you see it. Level 5, the known brand. 32. Gross $142,000 a month. People in your niche know the brand name. They don't know your face, fine. A large retailer offers a wholesale contract at volume that locks you into 38% margin before shipping adjustments. You say yes. For 90 days. Volume doubles. Margin collapses to 21% after shipping adjustments you didn't model correctly. You pull back from aisle 9 in a Zoom call that lasts 28 minutes. Your operations lead thinks you're finally sane. You think you learned something expensive about shelf presence versus brand clarity. You stop answering every support ticket personally. You haven't written a product description in 6 weeks. You miss the words. You don't go back. The company needs a different version of you. Level 6. The catalog CEO. 35. 3 brands. Gross $310,000 a month. 29 employees across creative, ops, and performance marketing. You merge 2 overlapping brands into one catalog and demote the brand manager who confused activity with outcomes to operations lead. The conversation takes 31 minutes. The friendship strains. The standard holds. One brand dips for a quarter. Then it learns how to stand up again. You are no longer the person taping samples at midnight. You are the person deciding whether midnight is a system problem or a values problem. Level 7. The warehouse owner. 38. You lease a warehouse for $11,000 a month and bring partial fulfillment in-house while still using partners for overflow. 6 brands ship from your ecosystem. Gross crosses $500,000 some months when launches align and don't when they don't. You buy a struggling accessories label for $420,000 because the email list is clean and the photography lied less than usual. You fix the listings, you don't fix the logo yet. Margin recovers, boring climb, real payroll. Level 8, the exit. 42. The acquisition offer is $38 million for the core brand group. You negotiate for 5 months. The wire clears at 2:36 p.m. on a Wednesday. You're on a live customer chat. Thank you for holding. I'm checking that tracking number now. When your attorney's email arrives, you finish the chat. You answer the customer's question. Then you read the wire confirmation twice. You expected something. Not confetti, some signal that the distance from a $29 storefront trial to this number was real. The world does not acknowledge it. There is the warehouse, the tape gun you still keep in your office as a paperweight, and the faint smell of cardboard that never fully leaves your hands. Level 9. The legacy. 46. You angel invest in 3 first-time sellers. You take 1 call a week. You say no to 90% of pitches. You say yes when the founder sounds like you before you knew what chargeback rate meant. You speak at a small business meetup. Someone asks when you knew you were ready to quit your job. You tell them you weren't ready. You ran out of excuses for not shipping. The room laughs. You meant it literally. Somewhere right now, a 21-year-old is photographing a product on a bedsheet with 1 window of natural light and a phone that overheats. They don't know what MOQ means yet. They're going to order too many units in the wrong color. They're going to get a 1-star review that stings worse than a breakup. They're going to fix the listing on a night when everyone else is out and feel a notification buzz like a heartbeat. Most won't make it. Some will. Not because they're smarter, because they'll learn what you learned. That listing is the hook, fulfillment is the handshake, retention is the business, and the lonely middle is where most people stop because the internet never applauds the invisible decisions that compound into everything. The knowing doesn't make Wednesday easier, but it does make you wonder who's still taping a box at midnight tonight, hoping a stranger clicks by.